sentence, three parts: subject, verb, object. If you say I am, these are two parts: I, subject, to am, verb. Okay, so here you decide what do you want to say. Do you want to talk about the place where you work? So no need for am, you say I work. Do you want to talk about the place where you live? So no need for am, you say I live. Okay. uh, so when you talk about where you work, you can say I work. If you make a mistake and said am, so here you must add ing. You can say I am working. You can say I am working. You remember yesterday we said we can add ing to the verb to make it continuous. Okay? But there is difference. There is difference between I work و I am working. في حد عنده المايك noisy, please mute it if you are not using it. When you say I work in Alba, for example, this means that this is your job. But if you say I am working in Alba means temporary, معناها دي وظيفة مؤقتة. خلينا في الأمان أحسن. When someone asks you about where you work, say I work, don't say I am work. If someone asks you where you live, don't say I am live, but say I live. Okay? So here, let's go back to this exercise. I want you here, if you look at these sentences, you have 11 sentences. The last one is multiple choice, but the first 10 sentences. In these 10 sentences, from 1 to 10, okay, some of you were complaining that they cannot see well, so let me make it bigger like this, at least until you start answering. Okay, here, yes, I think it's very clear now. Here you have 10 sentences, okay, and in the first 10 sentences you have blank spaces. So I want you to complete the missing word. What are you going to write in the space? Am, or is, or are, or am not, or isn't, or aren't. يعني am, is, are, positive or negative in the sentences. They are very simple, but I want you to avoid making mistakes about using am, is, are. Okay? So I'll give 5 minutes for that. From 1 to 10 you complete, and number 11 you choose. Okay, do the 11 sentences. Okay, complete with am, is, are, am not, isn't, aren't. Okay, yalla, start. Okay, now tell me the first one: Germany, England, and Spain cities. What do you think we should write here?
Orange. Orange.
Is.
Orange.
Yes, some of you said R, but um, do you think that Germany, England, Spain cities?
Is.
Of course,
No, it
no.
is country.
Yes,
Of course, no.
It is
yes,
country.
yes. Plural are, but here in the meaning they are not cities, but they are countries. So here we say aren't.
Orange.
Yes. Okay. Lemon, sweet.
As.
As
As sweet.
isn't
ايوه البنات هنا افهم في التيست في الذوق بذمتكم الليمون سويت امال التفاح يبقى ايه حامض الليمون اوكي الليمون isn't sweet ها it's sour ها
it is it is
it is sour
Yes.
yes yes yeah that's right copper you know what's copper
Yes.
نحاس
yes excellent ها we are comparing copper to diamond الماس copper
copper isn't cheap as cheap
copper is cheap diamonds
As expensive.
as
No.
expensive.
diamond singular or plural diamond
Palula.
yes
Lola. Lola.
plural are
Lola.
expensive yes airplanes slow
As in.
aren't
Orange.
aren't رجعت في كلامك صح كده yes okay if airplanes are slow what about the bicycle okay so airplanes aren't slow they are fast
Yes.
okay ice cream and candy
Or.
are excellent
are sweet.
okay today cloudy
As.
it okay you know we can have two answers here we can have two correct answers I can say today isn't cloudy it is bright or I can say today is cloudy it isn't bright okay so here we use is in the first one and the second one but one of them positive is and one of them is negative okay okay number 7 my brother married he's single
Yes.
My
if I
brother is
if I say the first one طب خليكم معايا if I say the first one my brother is married what should I say in the second one
He
he isn't.
طيب لو انا مشيت في لا انتظروني لو مشيت في طريق ثاني لو قلت my brother is married
He isn't single.
لا ها صح صح as you said صح my brother if I say my brother is married so he isn't single if I say my brother isn't married he is single okay and number 8 it's the same what should we write here
I am.
I am.
if I say I am from Turkey what should I write in the second one
I am not
I'm not from
not.
Canada okay okay if you are from Bahrain you are Bahraini right if you are from Turkey what is the nationality
Turkish.
yes if you are from Canada what is the nationality
Canadian.
huh? Canadian yes so Turkish from Canada the Canadian okay math hard
As.
Okay.
R.
Is ولا R؟
as
is
as
Not
طب انتظروا بس.
Mister, because it cannot be it or easy. It's aren't easy. Math is.
Wait. The problem is not with not. The problem with something else. Wait. I'll tell you something. Okay.
Tell.
Sometimes names of sciences. Okay, names of sciences or courses or subjects. Okay, subjects we study. Like for example, math. Math is a subject. It's a science. Like for example, economics, علم الاقتصاد. Like for example, politics, علم السياسة. For example, physics. Okay, physics.
Yeah.
Okay. Physics. Okay. Linguistics, the language. Okay. These are sciences or courses. Okay. They end in S. Can you see? Economics end in S. Politics end in S. Physics end in S. But this S is not for plural. This S is not for plural. This is part of the name. دي مو للجامع. دي جزء من الاسم. Politics, economics, mathematics, physics. Okay? So don't say physics are, but you say physics is. Because this S is not for plural. مو اس للجامع. دي من أصل الكلمة. You say politics is. Okay? Economics is. Don't say are. If you have the name of science, اسم علم من العلوم, or course or subject, and there is S here, okay, this is part of the name. This is not for plural, so you write is. Okay, so if we go back to the sentence, if we say here math, okay, are we going to say is or are?
is.
Yeah.
As.
أيوة. So this
It is.
so this this is عارفين انتوا في الامتحانات اللي عملوها في تحديد مستوى والاشياء دي حتى في الجامعات الاوروبيه دايما سؤال من ضمن الاسئله ده اساسي اللي هو this point يحط لك math or politics or physics غالبا physics يقول لك is or are. So some students think that this is plural, so we use are. No, this is not plural. Okay, this is the name of the science. Linguistics, mathematics, physics, politics, economics. There is S at the end. Okay, so this is not plural. That's why we say is. So if we say math is hard, so it isn't easy. Okay, or
Yes.
math isn't hard, it is easy. Reading English stories. Think, فكروا الأول. Reading English stories good for your language.
Or
Is good.
أنا قلت
As.
فكروا.
Stories.
Yes.
Reading
Here,
English.
Stories.
okay, here, wait. Here, you have two words that can create problems for us. Okay, reading, and we have stories. Reading singular, stories
Yes.
plural. So you think which one the verb should follow. الفعل هيمشي مع مين؟ مع reading or with stories. Okay.
Stories.
طيب
With
طب
with
خليني
reading. With
okay
reading.
let me
Reading. With reading.
let me wait, my dear. I'll give you another example. Okay, the number of students I have here are increasing. اوكي، قبل ما تقول لي ار بفتح الايه اسال نفسك. اوكي ويت، اسال نفسك. اوكي، increasing هنا تعود على مين؟ increasing يزداد. هو ايه اللي بيزداد؟
number.
students ولا the number؟
The number.
ها؟ Can you say it in Arabic? Can you say it in Arabic? What does it mean in Arabic?
عدد الطلاب.
عدد الطلاب يزداد. اوكي، يزداد تعود على مين؟ على عدد ولا على الطلاب؟
على العدد.
على العدد.
So increasing here refers to the number or the students?
The number.
Number. So here I say the number of students is because the number is increasing. Okay. Okay, I can give you another example. Okay. Browsing unuseful websites. Okay. Can waste your time. Okay, can waste your time. Okay, or let us say unusual website can waste your time. Okay, if I say here, if I want to change can to is or are, okay, wasting your time. So what do you think here? Browsing unusual websites is or are wasting your time. هنا التركيز مو على ويب سايت. افهمكم بس عشان انتم متحيرين. اوكي، احنا بنقول تصفح مواقع غير عاديه بيضيع وقتك. المواقع ما بتضيعش وقتي، المواقع ما هي موجوده. لو انا ما رحتش اتصفحها وقتي مش هيضيع، صح ولا لا؟ يبقى اللي هيضيع وقتي ايه؟ مش المواقع، اللي هيضيع وقتي ان انا اروح اعمل ايه؟ ان انا اروح اسوي براوزنج. المواقع موجوده، لو انا ما فتحتها ما لها علاقه بيا. يبقى الفاعل الحقيقي هنا اللي هو بيعود عليه دي wasting your time. The real subject is not the website. The real subject is a browsing.
Browsing.
Where say browsing unusual websites is wasting your time.
Wasting
the number
your time.
of students is increasing. Okay. If you go back to this sentence, reading English stories. Okay. هنا هتقول لي بقى القصص مفيدة. اوكي، القصص في المكتبة مفيدة. تبقى مفيدة امتى تكون مفيدة للغة؟ لو انت سويت ايه؟
Reading this story.
يبقى the real subject here is reading singular. So we must say reading English stories is good for your language.
Is good for you.
لازم تفكر شوية وتعرف which word is the real subject of the sentence. Okay? The last one here in this, because I explained this before. You remember when before I explained the table of pronouns, I, me, my, mine, he, and so on. Okay, I give you an idea about the difference between its and its. Okay, which one should I say? Don't say its, because both of them are its. But tell me the first or the second.
First one.
First
ثانية
one.
واحدة.
second
ثانية
one.
واحدة.
Second.
The second one.
Second one.
Second one. The second one. Teacher.
Second one.
Yes, that's right. Okay, I want to remind you. It's this one. دي اسمها صفة ملكية. لما تكون بتتكلم على شيء غير عاقل وعايز تتكلم على صفة من صفاته. Okay, صفة من ايه؟ صفاته. Okay, for example, you say, I bought a car. Okay, its color is red. انت بتتكلم على صفة من صفاته. Its color لونها is red. Okay, so you say it's the صفة الملكية, but it's this one. This is subject and verb. This one it's اللي هي أصلها إيه؟
It is.
It is واختصرناها. دي مش مختصرة. دي it's دي على بعضها صفة ملكية. صفة ملكية نفس إيه؟ نفس أنت ما تقول my. لما تقول my name يبقى صفة ملكية ليك أنت. شيء تمتلكه أنت. لو شيء واحد يمتلكه تقول his name, his house, his car. طب لو شيء مملوك لشيء غير عاقل زي مثلا سعر السيارة، لون السيارة، يبقى أنا تقول its color, its price اللي هي دي. لكن دي it's دي it is. When you talk about the weather, you say it is hot today and you can make it short. تقدر تختصرها إلى إيه؟ بدل ما تقول it is hot today say it's hot today. يبقى it's أصلها originally it is. شيء كبير، دي فاعل وفعل subject وverb، لكن دي مجرد صفة ملكية اللي هي الهاء اللي في العربي لونها اسمها سعرها اللي هو this one بس. So they are completely different. So here we say it's hot today. This is the second one because originally it is hot today.
Doctor?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but can I excuse now? I have a PCR test at 7 appointment.
Okay, no problem.
Okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I sent you a message about the book, and some students told me that they have sent you the code, right? Did you receive the code for the book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, good. There is
I didn't receive.
Okay, there is application. There is application for the book. Okay, you can download or even you can. I'll put now for you. I'll put for you the link for the book. This is the link. Exactly as the one I'm using now. What I'm using now, I'm using this link, and I have a code same as you. Okay, so I log in. Okay, so if you, I'll put it in the chat, but let me check it is working first. I'll copy and paste it here. Okay, yes, it's okay, it's working. So I will. Let me put here, copy it for you. Okay, it's here now. Okay, you can copy this link. If you copy this link and you paste it in your browser, it will open the same as this one. Okay, the same as this one. Okay, but here because my code is recorded already in the system, that's why it opens for me. So you will put the ID and the password given to you by the university, you will log into the book as I'm doing now in the same way. Log in like this. Okay, it will. You can log into the book. Okay, in the same way. So you can use the website or the application. I myself usually use the website. Okay, in the website you can find even the listening. Okay, for example here if there is listening. Okay, if there is listening, you will find the listening here in the website, so you can use it. Okay, also there is a note if you want to write something. Okay, maybe you want to write no, this is not, this is if you want to highlight. Okay,
Uh,
okay, this I think this is the note. Okay, this here if you want to write something here, for example, and save it, the answer or a note or something I explained, and you say okay. Okay, you have just get okay, close. Okay, so this is the note. You can move it. Okay, you can move it anywhere, put it here or there. Even after 1 year, if you come back, you will find your note. Okay, if you double click, it will open. You can browse it, delete it, or do whatever you like. It will be in the same position you put it. Okay, so you can make use. And of course, just I want you to know, this one, if you want to read the book page per page, here it appears 2 pages. If you want 1 page, you click here. Okay, it will be 1 page. Here, of course, you can move forward or backward. Here, if you want to make it screen wide like this. Okay. Here, if you want to zoom in or zoom out, okay, this one. So here, there are many facilities here in the website you can use. So it's good. It's good you have got the code. Because I talked to the university today, and they said there are no paper books, only the paper books for 2 subjects, I think. They remember history and Arabic, but all the other books will be online books. Okay, so just and they have been working on sending codes to students. So it's okay, you received the code, you can look into the book. But there is no workbook. Originally, there is workbook for this course, but online there is no workbook. So what I have done, I copied. Okay, Hamza, you make copy for what? From the website. If you can copy from the website, you can. But the website you cannot copy. You can print screen only. Okay. In, I have a copy of the workbook. That's why usually, Hamza, you cannot copy from the website. Look here, you cannot copy. This is, look, for example, let me save as. You can save as. But wait, if we say save as, we will check together. Okay, it will be web page. Okay, let us check it. No problem. Anyway, you try. Okay, I tried, but it cannot be copied or downloaded. You cannot download it. Okay, but you can print screen and take page per page. It will take much time. Anyway, I prepared exercises for you from the workbook. Look, this is no, not this one. These are exercises from the workbook. I copy for you, and then we can study them. So I don't want you to miss any information, any piece of information. Anyway, we will do this exercise from the book. it's on page, if anyone opening the website with me, it's on page 13. On page 13, but I copied the exercise here. Okay, you remember last time? You remember last time we studied the gerund, right? And we said that
Yes.
the gerund is the verb plus ing. Okay, and we said it plays the role of a noun. When we say relaxing, playing, studying, this is gerund. Okay, and also yesterday we explained how to add ing to the verb. Okay, this is, before that we were talking about definition. So this exercise, if you go to the book, you will find it in the book on you will find it on page 13 here. This is the exercise in the book on page 13 in the book. This is the exercise we did yesterday about adding ing, and this is the next one. Okay, so I copied it, okay, and put it here in the slide to make it bigger. So you want homework? Tomorrow I'll give you homework. Okay, inshallah. There is bigger assignment, but later. Okay. Now what we are going to do is you are going to listen and then try. As I told you, you keep a piece of paper and a pencil beside you. Try to complete these sentences with the missing word. Okay, let's start.
Track 1.11.
Can you hear the sound of the computer?
Yes.
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 Okay, good. Okay.
Track 1.11. A.
Revising. It's going over something again, something you have studied before.
B.
Contributing. It means taking part in something, like a tutorial. It means giving your ideas or your opinion.
C.
Parting. It means saying goodbye.
D.
Graduating. It means getting your degree and leaving university.
E.
Advising. It is telling someone what to do.
F.
Disagreeing. It is saying you don't agree.
Okay. I know it's not difficult, but I'll play it again. But this time not only to find the missing word. No, I want you to listen to the native speaker speaking English. I want you to try to look before I play it again. Look and try to read the sentences by yourself and then compare what you said to what you are going to listen. يعني اجروا انتوا بنفسكم وبعدين قارن طريقة نطقك للكلمات باللي هتسمعه. انا في الليسننج مو قصدي بس انك تجاوب، انا قصدي انك تسمع وتعدل نطقك. your pronunciation اللي هو النطق، اللفظ. try to make your pronunciation better. مو لازم نعوج لساننا نفس الانجليز، بس لازم نلفظ الكلام صح. Okay, we are not after the accent. But we don't need the accent. We need the correct pronunciation for the words. Okay, so listen again, and I want you this time listen to each word, how he says the word. Okay, listen.
Track 1.11. A.
Revising. It's going over something again, something you have studied before.
B.
Contributing. It means taking part in something, like a tutorial. It means giving your ideas or your opinion.
C.
Parting. It means saying goodbye.
D.
Graduating. It means getting your degree and leaving university.
E.
Advising. It is telling someone what to do.
F.
Disagreeing. It is saying you don't agree.
Okay. Now tell me. He was talking about revising and said it's. What is the missing word here?
Going.
Going.
Yes.
Going.
Yes.
Going.
It's going
Going.
over something again. To go over something, okay? Maybe you are teaching your brother, younger brother, and he wrote 2 or 3 lines and asks you to check. He said, check for me, is there any mistake? Okay, maybe you don't like what he wrote or he made mistakes. So you can say revise it, or usually in English they don't say revise it, but usually they say go over again. Go over it again. Go over it means have a look at it again, revise it again. Okay. Contributing.
It is.
It means. It meaning.
Meaning.
It means.
Meaning. It is meaning.
It's going over. Revising.
Listen.
It's going over something again, something you have studied before.
B.
Contributing. It means taking part in something.
What is the answer here?
It means.
It
It
means.
means.
It means.
It means.
Yes. It means taking part in something. Take part means sharing, to share, like a tutorial. It means
For
listen.
Thing, like a tutorial. It means giving your ideas or your opinion.
What is the word?
Give.
Giving.
Means giving. After to care. After it means. After means. You use gerund. You use verb ing. Don't say it means give, but we must say it means giving. Okay, what was the word he said here? It means saying goodbye, huh?
Putting. Cutting.
Passing.
ركزوا.
Cutting.
Cutting.
It means
Listen.
parting. It means
Parting.
giving ideas
Listen.
or your
Passing.
Parting.
parting. It means
What is the word?
Cutting.
Putting.
No, not putting, not cutting. Look at the definition. It means saying goodbye.
C.
parting.
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 You know, okay. You know when you go to the airport, okay? If you are waiting for someone, so you go to the arrival area. If you are traveling, you go to the, what do we call it? صالة المغادرة.
زمان ما شفناها teacher.
Huh? They call it departure. departure المغادرة. It's from depart. Depart means leave. Depart means leave. Okay? Depart, or you can say it, you can remove DE and use only part. If you add ing, it will be
Parting.
parting. Means leaving. Means saying goodbye. Okay? Okay. Wait.
B.
Departing.
Listen.
It means taking part in something, like a tutorial. It means giving your ideas or your opinion.
C.
Parting.
It's party.
Parting.
Yes. But in English, you know, the R, they don't say the R, they say parting. They say parting. And the G at the end. No need to say parting. No need to say that. Okay. خلوا في رقة شوية في اللغة فيها رقة شوية. Okay. Parting. Okay. Okay. Graduating. Graduating. It means your degree. What do you think?
Getting.
Excellent. Getting your degree.
Getting.
And university.
Leave.
Leaving.
And
Leaving
leaving. Yes. Advising. If you advise, if you give advice to someone.
Telling.
It is.
Telling.
It is. Is missing here. Disagreeing. It is saying that you don't
Agree.
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 I didn't like the feedback. The feedback. No, you should have given me better answers. Okay, so now you know the answers. Okay, I want you to look at the answers. These are the answers. Okay, look at the answers. The best way to learn English is what I'm going to do now. To listen, and at the same time look at the word. Look and listen to learn how to say the word correctly. Now, this time you know the answer. Listen now, just to find out, ask yourself, why I couldn't get this word? Why? Now.
Track 1.11. A.
Revising. It's going over something again, something you have studied before.
B.
Contributing. It means taking part in something, like a tutorial. It means giving your ideas or your opinion.
C.
Parting. It means saying goodbye.
D.
Graduating. It means getting your degree and leaving university.
E.
Advising. It is telling someone what to do.
F.
Disagreeing. It is saying you don't agree.
Okay. Okay. Now I'll give you a break now because we will start something a bit challenging. It needs more focus and concentration. So we'll give a break for 10 minutes and then we will complete the second part of the lecture. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
دكتور يا حد يسمعني
نسمعك. شكل الدكتور مشغول شوي.
بيقول تاكم 10 دقايق نعم. يا خلاص الرقم مشي فين ما اعرفش امتى لم السفرة دي صحيح دي المفروض يعني انه جمع اكله كان المفروض تاكل عليها يعني خلاص خلاص خليها بكره لما لو سمحت ما هنا في البلد
ميكروفون.
very long break, huh? Because I had a call from the university about the course. Because they are, maybe there will be a meeting to decide, maybe they will change all the lectures online to be online. Still they are taking opinions about the number of students, things like this. There will be a meeting maybe tomorrow or Sunday to discuss this, okay? Maybe, still I'm not sure, but they want to cancel the attending students attending at the university. Okay, anyway, this is not, I'm not saying a decision, I'm saying that they are thinking about that, but they have not decided yet. Okay, so they want to know the number of students attending in each class. Anyway, let's have a look at the book first. Look at the book here because we need that. Here we have finished the first part of theme 1. This is the listening part. Now we will deal with the speaking part. If you look here, I want you to look here at the title of the speaking part. It's Systems of Education. I told you before about what we mean by systems of education. In Bahrain, for example, in Bahrain, when a child is 6 years old, they go to primary school. So primary school is the first type of school, okay, at the age of 6. And the student leaves primary school after 6 years. And there is exam at the end. Okay, then the second type of school for us in Bahrain, the second type of school is the intermediate school. Intermediate school, students start intermediate school when they are 12 years old for 3 years. Okay, let's have a look at this table. For 3 years, okay? So students start intermediate school in Bahrain at the age of 12 and end intermediate school at the age of 15. Do we have exams at the end of primary intermediate school? Yes. After intermediate school, we have secondary school. Secondary school, students start secondary school at the age of 15 and finishes secondary school at the age of 18. There is exam at the end, yes. At the end we have the, I want you to learn this because this you will hear in the listening. Okay, we have the, okay, look at this. GCSE. You will hear this word in the listening now. GCSE GCSE, G for general, G for general. Okay, let's make it a bit smaller. General, C for certificate, shahada. Okay, general certificate. For or of, S for secondary, E for education. So this is G, okay, G, C, S, E اللي هي بالعربي شهادة الثانوية العامة. شهادة الثانوية العامة بالإنجليزي نسميها إيه؟ نسميها General Certificate of Secondary Education. Okay, when you finish in Bahrain, we are talking about education system. In Bahrain, when you finish secondary school, they will give you a certificate. The certificate says that you have finished secondary education. In the certificate, there are the subjects you studied. Maybe if you were science student, you studied English, Arabic, math, physics, chemistry, biology, and your GPA, المعدل. Okay. If you are literary student, there is maybe economics, geography, Arabic, history, things like this, and the GPA, all in one certificate. In England, no. In England, when you finish secondary school, they give you a certificate for each subject. Maybe in secondary school, I was studying 5 subjects. English, for example, math, physics, biology, chemistry. So they give me a certificate for English that I took secondary school for in English. A certificate for math, a certificate for chemistry. That's why in England they don't call it JCSE, they call it JCSEs, plural. They make it plural. Why? Because you don't get one certificate, you get maybe 5 or 6 certificates. Okay, so so in Bahrain, we have secondary school. Secondary school starts at the age of 15 and finishes at the end of 18. Yes, there is exam at the end, the GCSE. Now, if you look at this table, look at what's written here. Look at the caption. Education in the UK. UK means Britain. If you look at the table, you will know that how many types of school do they have? They have 4. They have nursery. Then we want to know what is the second school. Number 3, number 4, and the age. At which age, okay, does the student start nursery or the other school?
18.
Our age, okay, which age? How old? 3 years, 5 years, 4 years?
4
Exams.
years.
Exams at the end. Do they have exams at the end of nursery? Yes or no? Do they have exams at
Yes.
the end of the other school? We will see. Okay. So let us go back here to this. Okay. If you have the book or the website, this is page 14. Okay. This is the same table. I want you now, if you have a piece of paper, okay, you will need it to write. Okay. So I want you now to listen and tell me what the types of school are in Britain. They are 4, and the age range. At which age does the student start each school, and if they have exams at the end or not. Okay, now we will listen.
Track 1.13.
Britain has 4 kinds of school. They are nursery, primary, secondary, and sixth form. Many British children go to nursery school at 3 or 4. Children do not take exams at nursery school. At 5, they move to primary school. Most primary schools are mixed. They stay there for 6 years and then they move to secondary school. Most children do not take exams at 11, but a few take the 11+ exam. Secondary school lasts 5 years. Most secondary schools are mixed. Children take exams called GCSEs at the age of 16. You can leave school after your GCSEs, but many children stay at school for 2 more years. The last 2 years are called the sixth form. At the end of the sixth form, teenagers take A-levels. You can leave school after A-levels, but 50% of British teenagers go on to university.
Track 1.13.
Britain has 4 kinds of school. They are nursery, primary, secondary, and sixth form. Many British children go to nursery school at 3 or 4. Children do not take exams at nursery school. At 5, they move to primary school. Most primary schools are mixed. They stay there for 6 years and then they move to secondary school. Most children do not take exams at 11, but a few take the 11+ exam. Secondary school lasts 5 years. Most secondary schools are mixed. Children take exams called GCSEs at the age of 16. You can leave school after your GCSEs, but many children stay at school for 2 more years. The last 2 years are called the sixth form. At the end of the sixth form, teenagers take A-levels. You can leave school after A-levels, but 50% of British teenagers go on to university.
So, we said how many types of school?
4.
4. بدأنا ننام نصحى شوي خلاص باقي لنا 10 دقائق ربع ساعة بالكثير. Okay, and this is important because we will need this. We will need this in the writing. We will need the information here in the writing. Okay. So, we said we have 4 types of school. What is the first type of school?
Primary.
Nursery.
Okay. How old is the child when he goes to nursery?
3 to 4.
3 or
3
4.
or 4.
3 or 4. When how old is he when he finishes the nursery? Leaves the nursery?
5.
5. Excellent. So the nursery can be start from 3 or 4 to 5. Okay. Do they have exams at the end of the nursery?
No.
No, there are no exams. Okay. The second type of school is primary. How old are they when they join the primary?
5 to 6.
6.
Yes. Okay. Let us say 5. Okay. How old are they when they finish?
11.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. 11. They stay there for 6 years. Okay. Do they have exams at the end?
Yes.
No.
No.
Okay. Yes is correct or no is correct? Because in the listening he said most of the students do not have exam, but a few students اللي هم بياخدوا مستوى رفيع اسمه A11 أو 11A مستوى عالي شوي they have exam. Okay. So they finish primary school at the age of 11. After primary school, what type of school?
Secondary.
شايفين ما عندهم إعدادية نفسنا. They don't have intermediate school. They have primary, then they have secondary school. Secondary school starts at which age?
11.
11 to 16.
11.
Yes. For how many years?
5.
How old are they?
6 years.
6 years.
What is do they have exams at the end?
Yes.
Yes. What is the last type of school?
Sixth form. Sixth form.
Sixth form. It's called
Sixth form.
sixth form. Okay.
Sixth form.
I'll tell you something. Wait. Okay. Yes. Okay. You know, the system in England is different from our system. If you are at secondary school and you don't want to go to university because, as he said, only 50% of students go to university only. So if you don't want to go to university and you finish secondary school, you can leave. If you want to go to university, you must study for 2 more years. You must take one more certificate. They call it, it is called sixth form. Okay? They study for, why they call it sixth form? Because in the secondary school, you study for 5 years. If you want to go to university, it will be your 6th year. هتكون السنة السادسة لك. Okay? To study the sixth form for 2 years. And there is exam at the end. This exam, they call it A levels. They call it A levels. This one you must study sixth form, and you must sit for this exam if you want to go to university. If you want to go to university, you must study this. Even here in Bahrain, students who study in the Indian school, students who want to study in the Indian school, if they want to travel to study in Britain or outside Bahrain, they must study for this exam. They must study and they must pass. They must pass this exam, A levels. Okay, so this is for 2 years, and this, if you want to go to university. Look here at the table. This is the table. First, we have nursery, age range, we say 3 or 4 until 5. Exams at the end, none. Primary, when you are 5 years until 11, because it's 6 years. Most none, يعني most students, they don't take exams. But a few students, they take 11 plus. After primary, we have the secondary school, between 11 and 16. Okay, 5 years. And the exam, yes, GCSE. And we said GCSE, General Certificate of Secondary Education. And we said we have S here, plural, because you do not get one certificate. Certificate يعني شهادة. You do not get one certificate, but you get a certificate for each course, for each subject. So if you study 5 subjects, you will get 5 certificates. That's why they call it JCSEs. Then if you want to go to university, you must study the sixth form. Sixth form. This is between the age of 16 to 18. And the exam you must pass is the A levels. So this is the system of education in England, in Britain. And it's different from our system. Okay? As if you look at these sentences, you will find some of the things we have listened to now. Read these sentences, okay? You will get some information about the ones you listen to. you look at the first one, Britain has 4 kinds of school. They are nursery, primary, secondary, and sixth form. We said that children don't take exams at nursery school. Read them. Okay, so that's why when you saw this at the beginning or on top of the speaking systems of education, so now we can compare the system of education in Britain and the system of education in Bahrain. Of course, they are different, okay? We have intermediate school, they don't have intermediate school. Okay, now we will have something شيء خفيف شوي.
سلوكه.
Look at this. How many words can you find here? How many words of the words we studied in the course? The words we studied in the course. Try to find how many words can you find. It can be horizontal, ممكن تمشي أفقي, or vertical, عمودي, أو diagonal, مائل, يعني from corner to corner كذا, مائل. Okay, you can find words. يلا شوف قوة ملاحظتكم. في هنا graduate. يلا try to find as many words as you can.
Doctor?
Yes.
Fresher?
Okay, excellent. This is one. I need 10 words. باقي لك 8. باقي 8 كلمات. Fresher, yes, okay. So many words you can find. It's a good way. It's a good way to revise the vocabulary we studied and to revise the spelling.
Purser, Doctor.
In the second line?
Bursar.
Bursar. Yes, there is bursar here in the second line. Bursar. Excellent. Lecture, yes. Or lecturer, I think. Is it lecture or lecturer? Yes, this one. Lecturer. Lecturer. Excellent. So until now, what you told me, your
Was.
answer is, wait, you said fresher? This is one, fresher. Lecturer, yes. Bursar, yes. What
Was.
else? Was, no, it's not a word. It's a word, but I want vocabulary from the course. The vocabulary we studied in the course. Can you find? Okay, I'll tell you about a word. Can you find it? But let me find it first.
Drop.
Drop?
Yeah.
Which line or column? Is it an line or column?
Fourth line
Line.
from down.
Fourth line. line اللي هو أفقي. column اللي هو رأسي. Yes, so right, horizontal and vertical. Line, okay.
كار. في مكتوب كار.
لا كار مو من الكلمات الكورس اللي درسناها. هي كلمات مرتبطة.
chance مستر.
Chance.
Chancellor. Okay, this one.
Chancellor.
Yes. Chancellor is the head of university. Okay. Chancellor, excellent. This word. I'll give 1 more minute.
Professor.
Where? Which line? There is professor, I know. What to tell me? Where did you find it? Okay, I'll give you a clue. Look at this S. Look at this S. Can you see the S I'm pointing at? This one, this S.
Stuff.
Yes.
Can you find the word here?
Stuff.
Yes, if you go down like this, you will find stuff. Yes. Okay. Look at this. Look at this word, head, like this. Head of the university. The word staff, professor, chancellor, fresher, lecturer, graduate is there, and here at the end there was the word dean. Okay. Now look at this. Find 10 nouns or phrases for places in the word snake. دي بيسموها word snake. It's like a snake. Okay? So I want you to find 10 nouns or places here. You go in order, okay, بالترتيب. Look at these letters. Where can I stop?
Accommodation.
Here, from the beginning.
Hall of
Hall.
Residence.
Hall.
Yes, from the beginning.
Hall.
Okay. لا تغيروا ترتيب الحروف. Okay, hall, ها؟
Hall of residence.
Of, yes. Hall of residence. Yes, this is the name of a place. Here we have accommodation. Huh? What is the next word?
Campus.
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 Source.
Huh?
Resource.
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 Access.
No. Sorry, wait. Resource. Resource what?
Center.
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 Yes. Huh? What is the next?
Welfare.
Welfare of
Welfare
Welfare office.
Welfare.
Welfare office.
Welfare office. Okay. Huh?
Library.
Library. Excellent. Huh?
Car.
Food.
Food. Huh?
Court. Gym.
Food court.
Or gym.
Jam. What is the next word?
Chair. Car.
بلاش إحباط. قولوا. خلاص. Okay.
Children.
Wait. تعالوا. We studied this word. Hey, this is the word. Word. Okay. Here also, look, we studied this word.
Laundry.
Okay. It's a place to leave children for several hours. The word crash. We studied this word. It's not a new word. Okay. So here we have crash. And the last word is
Laundry.
laundrette. Look, it's a very simple exercise, right? But the idea here in we are in 1 or 2 minutes, we revised, okay, try to remember 10 nouns or words we studied before. It's a good kind of revision for just to keep in mind, to keep the vocabulary in your memory, okay? Because now at least we can remember the word hall of residence that you studied at the beginning of the course, the word accommodation, campus, resource center, welfare office, library, food court, jam, crash, laundrette. Okay, we studied that. The last exercise, it's very simple, okay? Look at these letters. Rearrange the letters to make words. Here, rearrange these letters, make a word.
Graduate.
Excellent. ما شاء الله عليك. Bravo. Graduate.
Then staff.
Staff.
Yes.
Staff.
Yes. Now. Oh. What about this? لا انت حضرت يا قبل كده المحاضرة اللي فاتت يمكن. How can you get them so easily يعني؟ It's research only. Research. What is the next one? Huh? مين عنده قوة ملاحظة؟ قوة ملاحظة. ها؟ يلا زي اللي بيسن السكين. احنا هنا بنخلي المخ نحاول نزود قدراته وقوة الملاحظة. We will start with S. Okay, I'll help you with that. Start with S.
schedule.
Yes,
Semester.
excellent.
Yes.
Yes, excellent. It's this word.
صح يعني.
صح جدا. لو انت قدامي كنت سقفت لك. برافو عليك. Yeah, because it's difficult. You cannot imagine the word. HEELDU. Okay. Okay. كافئ نفسك بقى. buy yourself a piece of chocolate وبعدين انا ادفع الحساب بعد.
إن شاء الله.
Okay. The last one, huh?
Lecture. Lecture.
Lecture.
Lecture. Excellent. Okay. Look. Yes, these are the words. يلا على بناتنا. So these were the words: graduate, staff, research, schedule or schedule, as it is in British English, and then we have lecture. Okay. دايما انا بعرفكم ايه الهدف من كل exercise. الهدف من ده, this exercise is not the vocabulary but the spelling. Why? Because here we are dealing with the letters. You learn where to put each letter to make words. So this one vocabulary and the spelling. Okay, but this one we have been doing now. Okay, this is about spelling, because you must put each letter in its place, in its position, to make words. Okay, so it was a good chance for us to revise, because I'm afraid if we move on in the course, if we move on and take more lectures, we may forget the vocabulary we studied from the beginning. That's why I'm trying to get some exercises to remind us or to keep the vocabulary we learned in our memory. Okay, so this was the idea from this. Okay, let's here stop the recording.